The power of a confidence. Shout out again to Alex the Virgo. I've been reacting to a lot of his videos. Again, they don't get many views, but I'm doing this for me because I like to express myself in different ways. So that's what we gonna do here on this channel, JFX TV. So get with it or get lost. You feel me? Let's get into it.
Point where you love yourself, you're gonna start taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start having confidence.
Damn, Sony.
And once you start having confidence, people is gonna start seeing you have confidence.
Yep.
The way you walk gonna be better. The way you talk
Yep.
gonna be better. The way you feel gonna be better. The way you live is gonna be better, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How did you end up building that courage, that confidence?
I've had like multiple women, and I'm not saying it's all about getting women. Confidence is all about getting women, but like I've had multiple women and just people in general say that they, they were attracted to me because of how confident I was, or they looked up to me because of how confident I was. So confidence really does get you far.
Confidence in yourself and to
Not that false confidence and not arrogance or conceitedness and none of like that. Like legit confidence. Like I know I could do this, and then you go do it, and you actually go do it behind that. Like that's a plus.
the person you are today.
I had to fail a lot. And I failed so many times that I couldn't fail no more. And so it just got to a point where I built a resilience because I'm not afraid of losing.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I'm able to walk with this confidence, because I've been embarrassed so many times, nothing can embarrass me anymore.
Yeah, every winner has lost before. Every winner has lost before, and you're not gonna know the victory, the importance, and the thrill of victory until you taste the agony of defeat. You know,
To me, the mentality
That's
is
a bar
really
right there.
simple one. In a sense,
R.P. Kobe.
the confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I'm prepared, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. Right? So in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before.
Right.
So it's
Preparation.
Confidence is what water and sunshine is to a plant. It electrifies, it enhances, it allows things to be sped up in the growing process. It quite literally gives life. So many people these days just keep talking about consistency, mindless grind, and extraneous efforts and things.
Yeah.
But has the thought ever occurred to you, why do so many people in today's world work so hard, yet they never reap the benefits of
Yeah, that red pill shit ain't it, bro. Like it's a very toxic. That's toxic masculinity. Now, some of it you can glean some relevance and some important information out of it, because it does talk about self-improvement and moving yourself out of a a lower tier of thinking to a higher tier of thinking. But the way they go about it, the methodology is just off, and it's not realistic, like in the real world. Like a lot of them, they don't. And then if you looked into that space, a lot of them aren't really living how they proclaim they're living. They might have the money, but the mindset, they're not following all the way through in the mindset. Like for example, Myron, he showed Myron from Fresh and Fit. They said don't pay for women, don't pay for pussy, and you could get women just being confident and being masculine, but they pay for it. They're seeking arrangements. They pay women to show up to their events and stuff, and it's still mad men there. And then the women that are there wasn't even interested in them. They did a yacht party with their followers who paid $3,000 to get on the boat and party with them. Like, it's ridiculous. It's contradictory.
their work? Why do so many athletes aimlessly practice for hours, invest in trainers, and still for some reason can never break through to their full potential and become professionals? Why do so many artists have talents beyond this world? You know who I'm talking about. You might have a homie like this, or you might even be said homie with that one J. Cole
I am
type
said homie
complex who is so raw at whatever they do. I'm talking when they get in their bag, nobody is going toe to toe, yet they fully never allow themselves to fly and be the person that they know they can be. And when you look at them,
attacked.
it's obvious that they lack something. People think they can outwork this lack, but seldom do they realize you can't externally outwork something that you lack internally. This thing I speak of is none other than confidence. And confidence is nothing more than the internal security and trust in one's ability and potential in life, or a trust of the God that is within you, that you could say. A lot of artists, athletes, and even people in today's world lack confidence. From very early on in our lives, a lot of us are told to not follow and trust in ourselves, but rather trust in a God, people, or a corporation that is outside of you. We're told stories of people not realizing their dreams, following them, and living life the way they wanted, but instead we are shown of those who listen to everybody else. You add on top of this social media, and it's showing you an unhealthy amount of things that they illusion you to believe that you lack. And before you know it, you get a generation of people seeking out total approval from others and mistaking it as revolution when it's really just a lack of confidence and an enabler of insecurity. To all my artists, athletes, and people out there, you can't outwork what's internally externally. You don't look at your car when the engine is messed up and say, well, maybe I need to get a new paint job to fix this engine. So no matter how many jump shots or cones you dribble around, if you don't feel like you are good enough and that you deserve to be on that court, when the time comes, you will fold. To all my YouTubers, no matter how many videos you post, no matter how consistent you are, if you don't feel like you deserve views, if you are unconfident in the art you are putting out, think of it kind of like this. People are but mere reflections to you. Why do you like Pepsi? Because Pepsi consistently brings you a product and they're confident that this product will satisfy.
Unless there's liquor involved.
Even if Pepsi is not
even
that
then,
good
I'll probably go
compared
cherry
to a
Coke.
lot of other sodas, their supreme confidence that you will like the soda almost gives you a placebo effect of saying the soda is good, and it makes it where it is socially normal to consume Pepsi. So if you are unconfident and not sure in your own product that you are trying to sell, why would other people be confident and sure of buying it? To all my musical artists out there, if you feel like you don't deserve to be next to Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Tyler, Nicki, Doechii, then nobody else will either. Work is not the key to success. Confidence and consistency in the right mindset is. For example, Travis Hunter. For all the unacquainted, Travis Hunter is a professional football player for the Jacksonville Jaguars who gained traction in late high school for his unique play style, youthful spirit, and extreme confidence while being mic'd up in games.
Yep.
You rip that song, boy. Yeah, you little bitch. Small as shit, little bitch.
This catch was crazy. Give me that. Highlight. Give me that. Excuse me.
While he is on his way to be in the conversation for potentially being one of the greatest to ever do it, he recently has been sparking a lot of controversy for his lack in confidence when choosing women.
Travis Hunter wife demanding a $40 million settlement.
I heard that's not true. But to speak on the lack of confidence, you gotta remember, bro, this guy is like, how old is Travis Hunter? Let's look this up real quick. Travis Hunter. Age. This kid is 22 years old. He met the girl when he was, 17, 18? And he been playing football since he was a little boy. Like, he never really had time to, like, sit there and understand women and learn the game and learn how certain women try to run game on you. Like, and then I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not even trying to be rude or nothing. Like, he ain't the most handsome dude, and she's decent looking, you know. So this is probably his first girlfriend, his first time having sex, his first everything. So he's head over heels for her, you know. So it be like that sometimes. Like, I don't want to go too hard on him.
After they just got married, I believe they just got married in May. So
I don't think this is true. I haven't seen anything to confirm that.
3 months after marriage.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think Travis Hunter is the best football player in the country for his age and all throughout college and high school? You're probably thinking it's because of his go-to genetics or because he works harder than everybody else. And it's just like, bro, look at you, bro. You got so much to learn. It's all right, though. I got you. Both of those are wrong. Because, see, there's football players in the world that work harder than Travis. There's football players with better genetics and athletic attributes. But one thing that you can't find in a lot of athletes that makes Travis Hunter a generational talent is his supreme confidence.
I mean, it's just nobody ever done what I've been doing. So
It's pretty much that simple.
Literally.
I mean, I have an offensive stack. I sealed the game on defense. I sealed the game on offense. Nobody ever done that before. And it's just pretty much easy for me. You can see the game, it speaks for itself for me. I just go out there and play and work hard every day.
I'm not brushing off the fact that, yes, he has good genetics and that he works extremely hard.
Hey, bro. Trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, because he can hoop too.
Real,
he can hoop too.
Snatching ankles, I'm dunking on you. I'm just him.
But none of that would matter if the confidence and genuine belief that he deserves to be on that field, he deserves to get the ball, he deserves whatever he wants regarding football. If none of that wasn't there, then it wouldn't matter how hard he worked. When you look at him play, you can genuinely see that he has a deep level of trust in himself and his abilities.
I'm gonna go ahead and scare these boys right quick before we even step on the field for real. I feel that energy, boy. We ain't playing around, boy. We ain't playing around, boy.
As I said, confidence is none other than the trust in one's potential and ability to do something. And that comes from not only trusting in the work that you put in, but also not overworking, which a lot of people do to try to make up for their lack of confidence.
Because I know there's the phrase that hard work beat talent when talent doesn't work hard, but there's still that confidence factor that's needed to be had, because you could be working hard but if you don't believe in the work that you're doing, it's not going to translate to the field or to the court, or in your case or in our case, like into life. Like, I could make 100 videos, that's working hard, but if I'm not confident in those videos, you're gonna see it in how I'm talking, you're gonna see it in the content, you're gonna see it in the edits. So, you gotta have that confidence.
Do you think you can play? You think you can play them all? Yeah, I definitely think I could play them all. If I didn't think I could play them all, I wouldn't be trying to do it. But what makes you able to do that? Nobody's ever done that. What makes you capable of doing that? Just my mental. You gotta have the right mindset going into it. You gotta have the right knowledge. You gotta understand what you're doing when you're going out there. You gotta understand how to take care of your body too.
See, when you have a conviction so strong, a belief in oneself about something, it's natural in the order of the universe for everything around you to bow down and submit. This is why some people feel like they can't get women because they play video games, watch anime, or because they are not traditionally what that culture accepts.
No, you just a goofy.
Side of that, there's people who do all of those things,
right?
A certain level of self-comfort and love that people don't even think about those things when choosing them. If you aren't confident in yourself, you're right. If you are
right, you're not. It's not because you watch anime, you play video games, you do all of that. I do all of that. I do probably more nerdy shit than some of you nerds out there. I'm in the house a lot, but when I step out, I step out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always talking, like, I'm not even going to get too much into my business, but I do all right for myself. In that category with the with the women or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably just lame. You probably just don't have no confidence. I'm not even gonna say it's how you dress, because you could kind of dress any old kind of way. You could dress however you want, as long as you confident with it and you got some charisma to you, some humor to you. You could dress however you want.
Confident in yourself, you're also right. The world is nothing but a reflector. I mean, where do you even think an artist like Kanye comes from? Without an unshakable and delusional amount of confidence, we would have never gotten Kanye. And while that same confidence is what kind of turned him into what he is today,
you hear about slavery for 400
and the
years.
trauma
For 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
That confidence birthed some of the most...
But what had happened was you're not taking into account the slave rebellions. You're not taking into account the people that jumped off the ships. You're not taking into account that. Like, that was probably his worst take, that slavery was a choice. Nobody chooses to be a slave. They chose survival, and the only way at that point that they knew to survive was to be a slave. And eventually, like I said, there was slave revolts. There was people that jumped from the ships because they rather die than be a slave, or they was tired of being slaves, so they revolted. Like, that's not telling the whole story. That's not telling the whole story.
Iconic moments and life-changing art to ever be conceived on Earth.
You know, another thing, I think I have stigma of being arrogant because I say something like, yo, I'm gonna sell 10 million, right? And I feel like those are people that just have low self-esteem and they want to try to push that onto you. I don't feel like I can do it. I don't feel like you could do it. And I ask them a question like that, like, you think Lauryn Hill could sell 10 million? They say, yeah, of course Lauryn Hill could sell 10 million. I'm like, well, you fucking doubting me then. You're basically telling me you're no Lauryn Hill, whatever. You know Eminem,
Right.
you know 50 Cent.
I had people around me like that.
I am. How you know what I'm gonna do? Did you know if they was the one that was gonna do it? Did you know Lauryn Hill was when she was with the Fugees? Did you know Eminem when he was freestyling? You know what I'm saying? So how can y'all call that? I'm just confident. I don't feel like I'm arrogant at all. I feel like I'm one of the most humble people there are. And the more and more accomplishments I have, the less and less I have to talk about it, and the less and less arrogant it comes off because it's proven at that point.
Because it's proven at that point.
I gotta tell you because nobody believes it. And I'm just telling y'all just so I can floss later. And I'm gonna talk so much shit because I know that I practice hard as hell. I know that I work for this. I know that when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna be able to jump for that 3-point line and do a 360 dunk.
Confidence is something that is not given, but is rather something that is developed. It is something that anyone is always capable of being. Confidence is even the basis of flow state, a supreme trusting in knowing in the abilities that you have within you to carry you wherever you need to go. Without confidence, a lot of artists would have never gotten on. They would have never broken through when it was at a time an uphill battle for them.
You talked about my confidence.
Yes, ma'am.
This confidence is truly built and nurtured. I was not always this confident.
You got to build that shit up.
In environments that made me feel proud to be a dark-skinned, outspoken girl. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And so this confidence is truly built behind closed doors. I made a choice that I refuse.
That's right. That's right.
I refuse to be anything but happy. And I made a choice that I was going to be myself no matter what it took and no matter what anybody said about me. And that confidence I bring with me on this couch right now today. And
as you should.
That's the same confidence that I decided to pour into this project. I wanted to give people a audio visual experience of what it is like living in my skin.
See, you understand the world doesn't give you confidence. In every waking moment of life is an opportunity to show you and test to see how confident really are you. The power of confidence will turn an average unseen person into a rich superstar. So for all the viewers out there, get some confidence. Stop trying to outwork yourself because the same as your shadow, you can't outrun you. With that, I'm Virgo. I appreciate the love. Subscribe to my channel.
You can't outrun you, you know. And if you're only in competition, you know, with yourself, you gonna win every time. You gonna win every time, you know. That's how it be. Hold on, I gotta do my little clip for him here. My fault. I zoned out for a second. My fault. Hold on. The power of confidence. So, some of you may know me watching this video. Some of you may not know me, but I'm a very confident man. I believe that I could do anything on this earth that I put my mind to, and I have done it. Anything I've put my mind to and put my effort to, I've done it. Where does the confidence come from? Just, you know, my track record, just believing that I could do something. And but before that, before the track record, before I was confident, I had to build up my willingness to try, you know, and my willingness to try comes from playing sports. Like you see Travis Hunter. That's why he's so confident. His willingness to try is very high, because when you start out a sport, you don't know nothing about sports. When I was a kid, I ain't know nothing about sports, and I was mad. I was going to school, talking to kids, other kids were talking about sports, and I couldn't keep up. Then I learned, and then I tried to play, made teams, kept going. Confidence. That's how confidence is built. Just keep going. Just keep taking one thing after the other and keep building on top of it, building on top of it, building on top of it until you reach the next level. And then there's the next level, then there's the next level. I feel like you never stop growing. You might plateau here and there, but there's always a higher level that you can go. And I feel like you never stop learning until you die. I feel like the only thing that you shouldn't really try to chase too much because it can lead to toxicity is like let's say, I don't even want to say that. Like, I know that there's the saying that you shouldn't chase, like, if you want women, you chase money because the money come after that. But like if your goal is just money, something like money, that could corrupt you. And you'll never get to the end of that because money is, you know, there's no dollar amount that's okay, this is the last dollar you can earn. There's always going to be another dollar after that you can earn. That's going to go on infinitely. I'd rather you put your efforts into building skills and talents, like never stopping on that regard. Skills and talents and building upon what you already built before. And, you know, with that, money will come. But don't put money at the top of it, you know? Don't put the money at the top of it because you could get corrupted. Don't put alcohol, obviously alcohol, drugs. Don't even put women at the top of it because that's an easy way to get it taken advantage of, you know? But this video is way too long. I've been yapping way too much. 12-minute video. I turned it to a 20-minute video. Only me, like, stretching it. I'll try not to, but it happens. I had a lot to say on this one. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, all right? So you already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.